When I was about 7 or 8, more than once, I would awaken in the middle of the night. My room was pitch black. Couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. But I absolutely froze because I knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that there was a snake under my bed. And if I moved even a twitch, that snake would come out and kill me. And so I would lay there for uncounted hours, being absolutely sure that I did not move a muscle. And I must have fallen asleep eventually because some time later I woke up and it was morning and my mom was asking me why I was so slow to get out of bed. There is a reason why almost all of us have an instinctive fear of the dark. And it may extend way back in our ancestral history. That nothing in our lives ever came out of the dark. If anything ever did come out of the dark, it was in order that it might eat us. And so to this day, even though we know way better, we still retain an instinctive fear of the dark. And that is why the Apostle Paul is so clear with his disciples, this time in Ephesus. He reminds them, brothers and sisters, you were born in darkness, meaning that your own native understanding, your own native judgment, your own native ability, your own native desire will never lead you to a full heart and any kind of understanding of where you came from and, more importantly, where you are destined. And so he tells them again and again and again that because of the virtue of your baptism, you are now a child of the light. That the truth that drives away the ignorance that you were born with is now present to you. The mercy which takes away all of your native malice is now present to you. The strength that drives away your weakness is now present to you. And the holiness and the fulfillment that drives away all your self-absorption is now present to you. And so he tells them, live as a child of the light. Remember that even though today you still struggle with the shadows of ignorance and malice and weakness and selfishness with which you were born, you also know the grace which comes to you as a result of doing the things that are pleasing to God. Every moment you face a choice about where your time, where your energy, where your attention, where your passion is going. And you also know that there is something inside of you that is still what is called in the church corvatus in se, that you remain bent toward yourself. And that it takes real effort and it takes real commitment every single day to turn away from your own ignorance and your own selfish desire toward the things of God. But in the course of time, as you choose the things of the light, as you choose the things that are of God, you realize that you are becoming more fully and more authentically who God created you to be in a way that you could never accomplish on your own. And that day by day by day, you experience in your own life the fact that it is God's love that drives away all anxiety from which you cannot escape on your own. It is God's hope that drives away all despair. Again, if you were left on your own, you would never be able to escape. And so now you can see why Father Mike loved the season of Lent. Because every single day I wrestle with the same dilemma. I still have within me a great preference for my own understanding, my own judgment, and my own desire. There's still a great part of me that wants to cling to those things. And that it takes real effort and real commitment and real renewal on my part in order to become what is truly fulfilling to me, what is truly meaningful to me. I have to go in search of and hold on to the things that give my life a sense of purpose and meaning and direction. And I learn on a day like today, because this is what the fourth Sunday of Lent is all about, to even perhaps for a day to set aside the very real struggle of Lent, to take stock of just even in these 4 weeks that I'm beginning to see how God has gone to work in my life and in the lives of the people that I love. It doesn't take much survey, much time with today's headlines to see the darkness of the world that wants to encroach on the light. It doesn't take much to see the great despair in the world that seems to want to destroy our hope, that causes us to want to ponder, do I really have a future? And does it really matter what I do today in order to attain to the future that I still want and that I still hope for? And so let this be a day of rest for you. Let this be a day of thanksgiving for you. That as we continue through the remainder of the season of Lent, that it will continue to be a time of discovering new truth that drives away all ignorance, discovering new mercy that drives away all malice, so that the hope that drives away our despair and the love that drives away all anxiety will be present even more deeply and more firmly in our hearts as we go forward from today to shine in the lives of the people we will meet tomorrow and every day of our lives.